Hey guys, Aditi here once again, hitting you up with a new episode of higher level gameplay, and today we are in my high level account, Second Blood. I'm gonna change the second account name to NerdsSuckatGaming underscore YT, but for now we have to just deal with it, and today I'm gonna show you my deck. My deck, as you see, I'm still using the Giant Witch deck, which I'm using in the lower level account, but here's my favorite deck, the Giant Prince Poison deck. This is one of the most powerful decks in the game, and it works pretty well. Then here's my Lava Hound deck, and it's pretty good to push to higher arenas like this. And as you can see in my clan, I'm at Frozen Peak 2,460 trophies. So I'm going to show you a bunch of replays real quick. As you can see, I was trying out my Lava Hound deck in these high arenas. It didn't go so well. And then I lost internet in these two battles. It sucked. But here, as you can see, I'll show you a real quick replay of what the power of this deck is. So he has a pretty straightforward deck with the giant barbarians and Valkyrie wizard, mini P.E.K.K.A, elixir collector, and minions. So he also has a princess, which I did not see coming because I've barely faced people with the princess. So as you can see, we take out his tower over there, and we're going in for the second one. And this battle was pretty easy. I'm gonna slow it down for you a little bit, and so you can enjoy it. So here I pushed with my goblins, minions, and my witch and musketeer. And giant, of course. And so you see, every time somebody puts a giant, they tend to put something behind it, and that's and usually it would be a witch, or maybe sometimes a musketeer or a mini P.E.K.K.A. And that's why we have the Valkyrie, because the Valkyrie can deal anything that's behind almost anything that is behind the giant. So as you can see, this is perfect for defensive and offensive because you can easily create counter pushes against your opponent. So we're going to go ahead and watch one more replay, and then we'll head into a live battle. Or two more replays, and then we'll head into a live battle. So I do not know what happened in this battle, but this is the one that got me over 2,400. So let's see what we were up to. And guys, minions do work. They're very, very good against many things. And especially if you want to drop some cards off, you just, at the start, to cycle through the cards that you want, and you have minions or goblins, just put them down against that tower, and then they'll do a handful amount of damage. So I did not expect his Inferno Tower. It melts my giant. I really need my zap, but it's only next in the rotation, so I was not really prepared for that. So now we know basically what could be in his deck. So at this point, I think we would go elixir collector unless he puts something down. And we're both just sitting and waiting for 10 elixir. So I put down my elixir collector, and he's ready to start his little push. So as soon as I see his musketeer, I put down my witch, thinking he might put a giant, but then I remembered, wait, he doesn't have a giant in his deck. And then I'm like, oh crap, what are we going to do? So I put my Valkyrie to deal with the musketeer and his Valkyrie. And as you can see, it dealt with it just fine. So then we go ahead and counter push with their giant. And it works out pretty good. And that too, I use my minions as a distraction. See, and the skeletons that the witch spawns proves perfect against an Inferno Tower. And as you can see, his fire spirits and spear goblins are doing a lot of damage, but our giant witch and goblins got a handful amount of damage and almost take his tower down to a very low amount of health. And so at this point, I think, okay, we can counter push once more and maybe get the tower this time. So I put my Valkyrie to handle the musketeer, goblin, and other Valkyrie, and then I counter push again with my giant. This time, zap at the ready and minions. So minions to counter that, and then we zap all the spear goblins and the Inferno Tower, and that's a tower for us. Good game. Well, not really good game. It's still 34 seconds left, but you know what I mean, right? So the giant gets a few shots onto the other side of the tower, which already has a level 2050. Now it's 1874. So at this point, I'm pretty sure he gives up, but he tries and pushes on the opposite lane with his P.E.K.K.A. That was an actual push right there. But see, our Valkyrie, once again, coming in handy, and we stopped his push. Here we are. This is the power of the deck, the Giant Witch deck, that's right, and good game. So we'll watch one more and then go ahead into one more live battle. And that'll be it for today's episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, this was a crazy one. So his deck was very, very expensive. So he has the 3 Musketeers, Barbarians, Prince, and that's his push with the Rage. So see, as you can see, minions put them down and they'll do a lot of damage unless he doesn't counter them. See, he already got his tower down to a pretty good, a decent amount, but he aggressively arrows the goblins, and I'm like, okay, you wasted elixir, not me. And then I decide to go in with my giant and start off the push. But usually I go on the defensive and then turn my their pushes into my counter push, because that's always the best way to go. So then you're prepared for his push, and then you can develop your own push. So he puts his barbarians down immediately. So I put my musketeer. And then I was not expecting his 3 musketeers. I was expecting something like a Valkyrie maybe to deal with my witch and musketeer. But of course I was wrong, and as you can see, his 3 musketeers melted everything. So I put my Valkyrie down to get the 2 musketeers and the prince. The prince goes down fairly fast, but he also gets a shot off. No, we put our goblins down just in the nick of time. So we saved ourselves in that push, and so we were like, okay, we need to be careful. So he's pumping out a whole lot, and that just scares me because of the amount of elixir advantage he'll have against us. So he puts down a pump, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe we should just push this lane. And then, so we go in with our giant and witch, I think. And we see what he'll do. And he puts barbarians, but the witch easily counters them, and then we zap all of that. And then that'll zap, and the giant will get a few shots onto his tower. So we're like, okay, that's how he'll deal with this. And then I'm pretty sure he puts his prince and musketeer, but we did get a handful of damage onto them. So before the prince can charge, hopefully, but he did not, we deal with the musketeer, and we put down our witch so that the prince doesn't get any extra shot off on our tower. Then we go in with our giant, and then we put in our minions for air. And then he puts down a pump, and we were like, okay, game over. Why did he do that? That was bad. And as you can see, the giant being completely OP for its elixir, he puts down barbarians and a Valkyrie, but that cannot stop it. And 18 seconds left. All we have to do is defend. We put down a musketeer to defend all of that. We go in with our minions. I should have put my giant down so that there's no way he can do anything, because in the end it came down pretty close. But 3, 2, 1. If the prince he got one charge shot off, which I was pretty scared because I thought he might take the tower, but they did not. So we ended up winning the battle. So we're going to go ahead and go in with a live battle with our giant witch deck to show you once more how good it is. So we're facing level 10, Kriko 84 from Clan Amo. So we're going to go in with our elixir collector, because we need the elixir gain if he has high level troops. And he puts down his P.E.K.K.A. down at the back. So we're going to go ahead and put down our witch. And let's see what he does. He puts down his so we go here. We go here so he doesn't get any shots off. Then the baby dragon will eventually die, and then with our elixir boost, we can counter push with our giant. And here we go. Should I zap that? No, the witch will deal with them. We'll zap this. Boom. Oh, it's a 1 minion survived. That's going to do a lot of damage, but I don't want to waste. We can pump up again if we want to. But look how much damage that is doing onto our tower. He might put something down, but the witch will kill the minion and the royal giant. And then maybe we can make a counter push out of this one. Put down cheap troops, and then he can go and see what he has for us. So I think we're going to get this tower. We're going to zap. No, I don't think it's best not to zap. That's a tower for us, and the baby dragon dies. And we can pump up once again. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he puts his... We're going to go pump. Dangerous move, but we have enough elixir for our witch. And we defend against that. Pretty good for us. And then we can counter push and keep the pressure on. We're closing in on double elixir time. We need to keep the elixir game ahead of us. And we have 10 seconds left. Then I can put my goblins. We can zap all of that. Boom. And I'm saving my zap especially for his minion horde, because minion hordes do a lot of damage. So we're going in with our push. But I don't think we'll get the 3 crown. 50 seconds left. Okay, so we're gonna have to put our witch down to handle his skeleton army. And 38 seconds left. We have to play this. We have to keep on pushing. We're gonna go spear goblins. I'm not too worried about the royal giant. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna zap all of that. We're gonna kill all of that. Boom. We're gonna see if we can put another giant down. And that should be good game. 10 seconds left. Let's see if we can get the 3 crown. Welcome to the game show, people. Let's see if we can get the 3 crown, and that will be... Oh, one more shot. You could see that Musketeer's broomstick flying. So that will be almost a 3 crown for us, and that'll be it for today's episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, or subscribe, and yep, clash on.